What's up, guys? It's your boy Ace, and today we're going to be talking about one of the best route combos in the entire game, if not the best. Honestly, this is a really good play because it can beat every single coverage. And this tip comes courtesy of Civil. He just dropped his first offensive ebook on the site, acemadden.com. If you guys want it, go pick it up. It is, in my opinion, the best formation in the game right now, considering you do not need extra routes. You have every route you need in this formation to beat every coverage. That includes man, that includes quarters, that includes palms, cover 2, cover 3, even though those aren't really that good right now. You can beat every single coverage out of this formation without extra routes. That's a big deal. So if you want it, acemadden.com/ebooks. As you can see on the screen right now, we've added this to the ebooks this year where you can actually look at the play art and the play setup, in addition to the video breakdowns, of course. But just if you're in the middle of a game, you have these to reference. And I just wanted to make sure that visual learners have something to have during their games. So if you guys want that, like I said, acemadden.com. Let's get into it. So what we're going to do with the personnel is we're just going to have our best receiver on the left, our fast receiver on the right. I think Isabella's like 95 speed. I do not think you can put a wide receiver here at the slot anymore. I wouldn't really try, but if you manage to do it somehow, please let me know in the comments. For running backs, I'm not really going to mess with them. It's not too important for this video. And the play is going to be PAY shot. All right, so we're going to talk about man coverage first because this is the most common defense that everybody's seeing. So we're just going to press out of cover 2 man. And the setup is going to be block your running back on the left, option the running back on the right, which is going to be wire triangle on PS4, RB or R1, and then LT or L2. That'll put him on this route. Streak A, which is your tight end, and then we're going to put B on a slant. And after you do all this, slant is going to beat man usually, but Civil teaches us how to get him even more open by motioning him out and then waiting a second and then motioning him back in, and you're going to see what happens. We get this crazy separation versus man because by default he kind of reacts slowly to getting back on top of his man. So I'll go to instant replay. So he actually played it really well at the start of the route, which I don't know how he really caught up like that, but he did. But then we broke away. He got bumped by his own player. That's why we got the separation. But as far as the other routes, you can see our deep crosser is going to beat man. And then this option route from the running back is sometimes going to beat man. I do not throw this as a predetermined throw. Like if you know it's man coverage, do not be like, oh, the option route is going to beat his man. You have to use your eyes. If you don't use your eyes, then you are at risk for throwing a pick 6. So don't do that. So we'll press again just to show you it's not a fluke. We're going to run the same setup. And he calls this the everything beater. You can run this on either hash, left hash, right hash, in between the hash. It doesn't matter. You can run this play. He somehow got like a suction animation. That's usually not going to happen. I'll throw it again just to show you. That's really rare that a cornerback will play it like that. Thank God it's D-Hop. But you're going to see he beats his man right off the start. That guy actually came off the option route and almost played it. But if you bullet that, it's not even going to be close for that other defender to come and play. Let's go ahead and run this one more time versus man coverage. Motion out, motion back in, snap. We automatically get separation there. You're going to see. That's going to be the main thing that the user has to run with. He has to play that or user that slant because we are going to get that separation consistently. Meanwhile, the other routes aren't as consistent, but like the deep crosser is very consistent to the point where the user might have to respect that as well. Okay, so what other coverages? So quarters plays everything pretty well out of this setup. He does have palms and quarters bombs in the ebook, but I'll show you what happens in quarters is you can do the same setup and watch the safety on the right side. This is going to be your main read if you know they're in quarters. And he plays this kind of flat-footed. So you're going to see it's a one-play touchdown versus quarters sometimes. It just kind of depends on the speed of your tight end and basically how he plays it. So you can see he gets very flat-footed. You see how the tight end is running full speed at him and he's just flat-footed right now? Well, that gives you a window to toss it in over his head. And if you have enough speed, that's going to be a touchdown. So that's how it kind of works in both quarters and palms. So keep that in mind. That's pretty much your only read, in my opinion, versus if you know it's quarters. Obviously, if you don't know it's quarters, it's going to be tougher to beat because you're going to see the only thing that's going to really get open is like this deep crosser, get some separation, but you have to throw it over the middle because if he gets to the other side of the field, well, actually, he might. I'm curious if that cornerback goes and helps with that streak route, even though he's way behind. So let's try that out. I'm going to try to throw that deep crosser when he gets to the sideline. So I'll go ahead and put these guys in spies. Same setup. I'm curious about this. Let's see if the cornerback drops and plays the streak so we can throw the crosser. Let's take a look. So he doesn't really sit on top of the crosser too well. I was hoping that the corner would drop back like way late on the streak from the tight end, but he doesn't, and he does stay on the sideline. But we have separation from that cornerback, and he keeps dropping because of the streak, I suppose, and he doesn't actually properly assist his cornerback there. So it's still kind of one-on-one. If a user clicks on, that might be like more contested, but I don't think you can pick that. So keep that in mind. Those are basically your two reads versus quarters. As far as cover 2 goes, like Tampa 2, I'll put these guys in spies just so I don't get annoyed by them. It's going to be the same reads basically. So the streak is going to make the mid-read drop and you have like the little throw to the slant over the middle. Well, we have 2 spies there, so I'll change that in a second. But this deep crosser is going to get above everything unless they adjust their zone drops. Keep that in mind, guys. Zone drops are a thing. If you haven't seen my video on it, make sure you check that one out. Very important to know how to use zone drops and what exactly they can do. But if they drop their zone drops to like 25 or something, you're going to have the option route underneath, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. So I'll throw the slant this time since I didn't spy everybody. So the deep crosser is going to make everything go back as well as the streak. And you can throw that slant shallow because that's obviously where the zones are vacating. This is a common place to attack Tampa 2, right underneath the mid-read. And then I'll throw the crosser one more time. Tampa 2, press. And you're going to see that if they do not adjust their zone drops, we will get right above their zones. Get out of the pocket. That was an amazing throw, but you can see he was open. I'm going to run it one more time, and then we'll go to cover 3, and we'll finish up the video. Press. Sorry, I'm just talking out loud. All right. Same setup versus every single coverage. That cloud will not play it unless he is dropped to 25. So one thing I want to tell you guys real quick. Unlike last year, this is a game where you have to use your eyes because what you're going to notice is you can kind of tell that this cornerback is too shallow as of right now. I mean, he does drop quite a bit, and I think if a user clicks on, maybe he can make a play. I'm not sure. He does place the ball pretty well to the outside, but you have to just really make sure that this cornerback isn't set at 25 before you just kind of predetermine that you're going to throw that crosser, because I mean, you can't be throwing picks in this game because it's so easy to score right now. And if you throw picks, then you're probably going to lose. I mean, that's generally speaking how football works, is like turnovers will kill you. But for this game, like, your best chance to win is just to keep scoring. At least that's how I see it. Cover 3, press. It's going to be pretty much the same situation, same story. And you can see what happens is we have This deep crosser is going to be open. The streak is going to push all those deep zones back. And that's pretty much how you beat it. So that's generally his favorite play to use. He does have quite a few different setups. I think he has 15 different setups out of split close. And this is one of his favorites just because it beats man so badly. You don't see a lot of zone, like straight zone, because man coverage does such a good job versus most routes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, if you're interested in getting this ebook, make sure you head over to acemadden.com/ebooks. Full scheme is up there. In my opinion, it is the best right now without having extra routes. So that's it for the video. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for daily Madden 21 content. I'll see you guys tomorrow.